We'll return to Mr. Duckworth. Redistricting will continue to occur in Forsyth County due to growth in new school construction. What would you do to provide better parental input as to which school their children attend?
The key is that, again, the school board here gets great credit for unbridled growth responsiveness. I mean, it's just amazing what's happened here. I've seen the statistics. We grew at, the county grew at 77%, but the school grew at 100%, a third more. And the influx of the number of minority students was 7 times non-minority students, and that's great. So they've had to scramble, they reallocated teachers, they really did it A+, to be honest with you. Now, the redistricting was painful, it always is. We need to sit down and set criteria. I talked to Tom Cleveland about it, how we set up and how we set the numeric approach and principles that we agree to at the board level. Then we go back and we do the redistricting gerrymandering that you do in that process, and we stick to those principles. And where we have a variance, we go back and we vote on that variance, and we take out to the parents those principles. We sit down and get their reaction, we go back and do it again. It has to be a two-way process, but we do have to set the criteria that are right for them.
And I'm actually going to twist that question in the opposite way. Since that question is a good general question, and maybe it was a good question for our district years ago, in District 2, we're fairly well built out, and we've been through a lot of redistricting. At this point, there's nothing imminent in our future for redistricting. There's a chance in about 5 years down the road we may have a middle school that'll be on the western side of District 2, but we have nothing imminent. So I would actually like to speak to the opposite of that, is we're essentially done with redistricting for the immediate future. So I would like to foster more of a community feeling and the feeder school system that we were not able to have in the past. We pretty much know where our children are going to go now. I know that my children are excited about becoming little Longhorns, and I think we should build on that concept. I think we should have community events between the different school systems that we're going to go to. I think we have seen at our school, again, the community feeling we get by having our Brookwood Farmers Market. We're getting people coming from the middle school, the South Middle, we're coming from Lambert. And I think that since we're not going to be redistricted, knock on wood, anytime soon, I think that we don't have to address that issue at this time.
A couple things to add. The new structure is by district. I wish it was more large, and it saves me money doing it this way, but because I think all ships rise in a rising tide, and I really think that's a good thing. I will zealously, if I'm elected, represent District 2, but also I understand that all ships rise in a rising tide. When there's a District 1 issue, or 3 or 4 or 5, I'm going to be there like I represent them too. And we're going to do a good, honest, open process where we're all in this rowboat together. And there's been a lot of talk about unified government. The best example of that, and I'm not saying advocate or disadvocate it, but it's the school system. We're a unified government across the county, and we need to treat that. We're all in the same boat together, and I promise that I'm representing District 2 to represent the whole county and make the best decisions possible. I do think we have the easier redistricting problem because we're so built out down there.
Good point, Larry. I do think we need to look at represent the entire county. I think the next area that's looked at to be rezoned is more in the redistricted, would be more in the north and the central area. And from what I know, I believe those residents are always pretty active already and pretty vocal. So I think they've already got their system worked out, and I think that they'll continue to be involved as they go through the process as it comes down. So I think all in all, Forsyth County's got a good communication system when it comes to redistricting.